Hi guys, I'm back. I left a few things out in my initial video and I wanted to touch up on a couple of things after watching it. I told you guys before I'm having issues editing it, so I'm like, I gotta go back and tell them a couple more things. Basically, when I was talking about being the healthiest, fattest chick ever, that's not entirely true. Probably my, I don't know, mid-pregnancy with my son. My son is 2 years old. He turned 2 December 18th of last year. Mid-pregnancy, I started feeling some issues going on in my lower back, like a lot of sharp pains, a lot of craziness going on. I would go to work, work a 12-hour shift on my feet. I would come home, I'd go to bed, I wouldn't even be able to move in the morning. I literally couldn't get out of bed. It was like I was paralyzed. And I went to the doctor and they kept telling me, oh, it's your sciatic nerve or whatever, you'll be fine. It's just because you're carrying the extra weight with the baby and da-da-da. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I couldn't take anything for it, I just had to deal with it, and let me tell you, it sucks. So after I delivered my son, everything was good. I got an epidural, of course, because you know I'm a puss when it comes to pain. So we went home. Everything was fine. 2 weeks after my son was born, it was like, I don't know, maybe 3 o'clock in the morning. I was up feeding him, just had put him back to sleep, and, excuse me guys, my back went out. Like, I was sitting at my kitchen table, I went to get up, and that was it. I was completely paralyzed from the waist down. I could not move. The pain was so excruciating, like I literally puked on myself. And I know that seems dramatic, but it was really that horrible. I've never done anything like that before. Giving birth was a breeze compared to that. I literally had to call 911. I could not get up out of my dining room chair. Actually, it was an office chair with wheels is what it was actually. I couldn't get out of that chair. I couldn't go to stand up. Anytime I even breathed heavy, the pain was just so bad. And it was really frightening. I was really scared. I really had hurt myself, thought something was really wrong. So my mom called 911 because first I was trying to get in her car and go to the hospital and find out what was going on, but I couldn't, like I said, I couldn't get out of the chair. So we called 911, the ambulance came. Now mind you, it's 2 weeks after my son was born, it's December, there's freaking snow on the ground. You know, I've got a freaking wheelchair ramp out of the house. Our old house that we were renting had a wheelchair ramp. So yeah, that was a fun trip down a gurney or whatever with ice and snow, and yeah, that wasn't fun. But anyway, so it took them like 35 minutes to get me from the chair to my gurney. The pain was really, really bad. Once I got into the ambulance, it was okay for a moment. Like, I just laid really still. Like, I felt like if I breathed heavy, that my back was going to start spasming, because that was kind of like what it was, like a spasm. Like, it made the muscles so tight, I was curling up my toes literally, and arching my back and my neck. Well, anyway, so by the time they got me to the hospital, I had seemed calmed down. They actually successfully moved me to that gurney to another bed with minimal problems. I laid in there for like 20 minutes with cold feet. My feet were frozen. I didn't have no blankets over my feet. I was too scared to move around, so I literally just looked around and like still like this, like I couldn't breathe. Because I was scared if I moved just a little bit, it was going to start up again. So they came in, a nurse came in, talked to me, took my vitals and yada yada yada. As soon as she walked out of my room, bam, it was starting again. I was spasming and I was screaming, but my voice sounded like this. It was really deep, like, because the pain was so severe. Finally, they rushed 2 nurses in there. One was putting an IV in me. The other one was actually prepping the Demerol or whatever the heck it was that they gave me. And immediately when they shot that into me, like, the pain went away. I felt tingly in my chest. But to describe the pain, it's almost like somebody took a knife, a really sharp, hot knife, and stuck it into the lower portion of your back and just went like this, just all the way down, like just ripped you open, I guess. I don't really know. I knew it was nerve damage or something with my nerve, because only nerves can make your body do that, like, I mean, crunch up like that, and just, I've never felt anything. It almost felt like somebody was twisting me into a pretzel, kind of, I guess. Anyway, once they got me, you know, shot up full of all the good stuff, and I was feeling better, they put me in a room. To make a longer story short, I stayed in there for 3 days. They were telling me that I had a deteriorating disc, and that was basically it. Here's a bunch of Vicodin, go home and pop all these, you know, exercise a little bit, but not too much, because it's going to cause the issue again, and eventually it's going to fix itself. Okay, cool. I'm not a doctor, so I believed it. So after 3 days of being in the hospital, pumped full of narcotics, 2 weeks after having a episiotomy, and no stool softener. Yeah, that sucked, but that's on another note. So that recovery from that was way worse than even giving birth. I'd rather give birth 10 times than have to deal with that ever again. That's the first and only time that I've really had an episode with my back like that. But ever since then, my back I've been in a lot of pain with it, a lot of pain. It hasn't spasmed that bad to where I'm puking on myself and vomiting, but it has done that pretty bad since then, quite a few times. Sometimes it'll get so bad I can't move, I can't get out of bed. I can't do normal things that normal people could do, because I can't bend over, I can't even hold my sen for very long. It sucks. And I'm in cosmetology school, so even shampooing clients at the shampoo bowl is a living freaking nightmare. So all this stuff's going on. I finally got insurance kicked back in, and I'm good to go. So my regular doctor referred me to a back doctor or pain specialist. I've been seeing her for the last year and a half, well, a little bit more than a year and a half, actually. She's a sweetheart. I really like her. She's just a little tiny Oriental lady. So we've basically been doing lots of x-rays and all these different tests to find out exactly what's going on, what she's going to diagnose me with. And just recently, well, about 3 months ago, she diagnosed me with a severe deteriorating disc in my back, severe arthritis. And there was something else, I don't remember the name of it. The severe arthritis is what I feel usually most of the time. It's just this really dull, burning pain all of the time. So she suggested, without any pain medication, it's constant. Like between a scale of 1 to 10, my back pain is like between a 4 and a 9 every day, all day long. So she did prescribe me some medication to help me sleep, some muscle relaxers and pain meds and all this other stuff, which I don't mind. It does help. It gets me through the day, but that's not what I want to be stuck on for the rest of my life. I do not want to pop pills forever. So, and that's why I'm seeing this back specialist, because she actually specializes in back therapy and all this other stuff to get you off your medication without having surgery, because surgery is her last resort. So I went ahead and said yes to a steroid shot in my back, and this was on April 8th. Yeah, April 8th, Friday, April 8th or 7th or 8th, I don't remember. And I went ahead and said yes, we can go ahead and do that outpatient surgery and get that shot in my back. Of course, I'm scared to death because I do not like pain at all. So she told me it's not really that painful. You'll be okay. It's just outpatient surgery, blah, blah, blah. You know, you only feel kind of crazy for the day, and then the next day you're good. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Liar. So I knew she was going to be lying. But anyway, I had the shot. Anesthesia, the local anesthesia they give you. My shot was on my right side. and it's my sacroiliac something 4 or some crap like that. I don't know. I don't remember. But on my right side between my spine and my right hip is basically where they done the incision. Basically what they were saying is like what she was telling me was like it was like right between my spine and my right hip plate. The needle in for the local anesthesia. That hurts like a bitch. It really does. I'm not being a puss. It really does hurt. I kind of cried a little bit. I think I might have peed a little. I don't know. And then after that, you're basically numb in that area. So she went ahead and put the other stuff in where it's like this needle that goes in your back, and then she shoots all of this steroid in your back. And you could feel it kind of going in. You could feel the pressure basically. So after she pulls everything out, the injection site was actually not even sore really. I was pretty amazed about that. They did give me Valium before the procedure, but that crap don't work on me, so I was still nervous as hell. And it actually worked. I felt incredibly better for a little less than 2 months. It only lasted a little less than 2 months. But she said it's basically going to let us know what exactly is causing the most pain, and she's like, it could last a couple weeks, it could last months, we don't know. So it lasted, I think, a week shy of 2 months. But it was great. Like, I could stand. I noticed that I could pick up my son with it. I can bend over. When I'm sleeping, I still took a couple things so I wouldn't get so sore at night, or so sore in the morning, so stiff. But it was really great. Like, I noticed a huge difference. But that's another thing. She told me that getting the weight off of my back is going to make a huge difference in fixing that issue. I basically got the deteriorating disc because of my weight, and the arthritis because of my weight, because there's so much pressure. It's not made for that kind of pressure. So it's like this little pencil, you know, holding up a 300-pound brick. You know, that's hard. So that's basically the only thing that I have because of my weight. I have to go back to her, I think I think the 20th of this month, 20th of June. And then I'll let her know that the shot has completely ran out. I don't know if I'm going to get another one before my bariatric surgery. I'm actually just going to ask my surgeon if it's going to cause any kind of complications, or I really don't want to do it again. It sucks, but it did help. So I'm kind of on the fence about that. I'll let you guys know if I decide or what I decide, but I just wanted to share that with you. So I do actually have some issues going on, medical issues, but that's basically the only ones I got with my back, unfortunately. And once you have back pain, you can hardly ever get rid of it. Even with surgery, I've heard of so many horror stories. But that's basically what I wanted to tell you. And somebody did ask me how Jay felt about my weight loss surgery, if he supports me, if he doesn't. He does. He supports me. Of course, he thinks I'm great the way I am. But yeah, right, you have to say that or you're going to get beat up. So, no. So, yeah, he loves me the way I am, which is great. He's such a great guy. I really love him. He says he's going to support me, whatever. He's scared. He's like, I've Googled it too, and I know all the crazy things that could happen, you know, death and all this other crap. So he's scared about that. I think he's more scared about the surgery than I am. But he supports me. He knows that I'm doing it for the right reasons, to become healthy, to become a better person, not because I just want to be some cute skinny bitch, you know what I mean? It's not that at all. So, but anyway, thank you guys again for watching. I'm sorry that I left all those details out for you in the first video, but you're probably going to get that a lot. Also, tomorrow I'm going to shoot you a couple short videos from my phone when I go to the bariatric center for the first time, meet my surgeon for the first time. I doubt if she'll let me, you know, videotape her or anything, because I am crazy like that. I'll be like, hey, I'm going to whip out my camera. But like I said, I am going to ask a bunch of stupid ass questions because I do want to know the answer to all those questions. People don't think about asking that crap. So, but anyway, thank you again for watching. You guys have a great day.